Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a great matchup between Shawnee Mission South and Blue Valley Southwest. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from the Raiders.
I'm Josh Watkins. I'm a senior, and I enjoy portobello ravioli.
I'm Tegan. I'm a senior, and I really enjoy lobster ravioli.
I'm James Marks, and I'm a junior, and I really like fried spinach artichoke heart ravioli.
I'm Alex Graham, and I'm a junior, and I like fried cheese ravioli.
I'm Isaac Landon, and I'm a sophomore, and I like butternut squash ravioli.
And our competitors from Blue Valley Southwest.
Hi, I'm Tristan Locke, and I'm a junior.
I'm Grant Laster. I'm also a junior.
I'm Amanda Miller, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Katie Super, and I'm a junior.
I'm Jordan Charnorson, I'm a sophomore.
All right, and let me go on record and say my favorite ravioli is anything from the Chef Boyardee family of fine raviolis. All right, here on Categories, as we head into our first round, we will take turns answering questions. If a team responds incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Blue Valley Southwest. So Timberwolves, here is the first category. It is general knowledge. Which sign of the zodiac has the same name as some popes of the Roman Catholic Church? Tristan?
Scorpio.
It is not Scorpio. Raiders, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Which sign of the zodiac has the same name? Tegan?
Leo.
Leo is correct. Raiders, you get the next question. It is U.S. geography. Captain Cook charted some of its coastline. Captain Robert Gray later discovered its major river. John Jacob Astor set up a fur depot, Astoria, there. Name the state with huge reserves of standing timber. Tegan?
Alaska.
It is not Alaska. Timberwolves, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. Captain Cook charted some of its coastline. Captain Robert Gray later discovered its major river. John Jacob Astor set up his fur depot, Astoria, there. Grant.
Oregon.
It is Oregon. Timberwolves, you do get the next category. This time it is U.S. history. Name the most populous state in both the Union and the Confederacy during the Civil War. Looking for two answers. Raiders, U.S. history is the category. Chance to steal. Name the most populous states in both the Union and the Confederacy during the Civil War. We're looking for two answers. Alex?
Massachusetts and Virginia.
It is not correct. It's New York and Virginia. New York and Virginia. Raiders, you do get the next question. It is a general knowledge. You're looking through the help wanted ads in a newspaper and notice that some include the letters EOE. What do these letters stand for? Timberwolves, chance to steal this general knowledge category. You're looking through the help wanted ads in the newspaper and notice that some include the letters EOE. What do these letters stand for? Katie?
Experience over everything.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. We're looking for equal opportunity employer. Equal opportunity employer. Timberwolves, you do get the next category. It is government, specifically terminology. What term describes a statement of party principles and beliefs on governmental issues during an election year? Tristan.
Party platform.
Party platform or platform. Very good. Raiders, geography, flags. What are the two colors in the Spanish flag? Alex.
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow. Very good. Southwest, science, astronomy is your category. The surface temperature of this planet is so hot that zinc melts in the shade. Am I talking about Mars, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, or Saturn? Jordan.
Venus.
Venus is correct. Shawnee Mission South, another U.S. government question. When a senator dies while he is in office, the responsibility for replacing him falls on the shoulders of whom? Josh.
The state governor.
The state governor, very good. Timberwolves, U.S. history is your category. Who was the Attorney General of President Kennedy's administration? Raiders, chance to steal this U.S. history question. Who was the Attorney General of President Kennedy's administration? Tegan?
Bobby Kennedy.
It is Bobby Kennedy, his brother. Raiders, the category that belongs to you now is music, specifically instruments. What is the name of the Latin American percussion instrument made of a pair of dried Cuban gourds with beans or beads inside? Isaac?
Maracas.
Maracas is correct. Southwest, current events is your category. Toronto beat Calgary to win the 100th championship of the Canadian Football League, known also as the Gold, the Silver, the Gray, or Blue Cup. Grant?
Gray.
It is the Gray Cup. Shawnee Mission South, art, color is your category. What color would be directly opposite on a color wheel from blue-violet? James?
That would be red-orange.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Timberwolves, chance to steal this art color category. What color would be directly opposite? Grant?
Yellow-orange.
It is yellow-orange. Southwest, you have the next category. It's math terminology. Several points that are all in one line are given what mathematical adjective? Grant?
Collinear.
Collinear. Shawnee Mission South, U.S. history, famous leaders is your category. What Georgia city was Martin Luther King's birthplace? James?
Montgomery.
It is not Montgomery. Timberwolves, chance to steal this famous leaders category. What Georgia city is Martin Luther King's birthplace? Grant?
Savannah.
It is not Savannah. It's Atlanta. Atlanta. Timberwolves, U.S. geography is your category. What state west of the Mississippi River has the shortest horizontal northern border? Katie?
Idaho.
Idaho. Very good. Raiders, science, zoology is your category. This zoologist's writings include My Friends, The Wild Chimpanzees, and In the Shadow of Man. Isaac?
Jane Goodall.
Jane Goodall is correct. Southwest, general knowledge. It is multiple choice. What is the main use of coconut oil? Is it cooking oil, margarine, machine oil, or cosmetics and soap? Grant?
Cosmetics and soap.
That's the correct one. Very good. Shawnee Mission South, vocabulary is your category. What children's toy describes a government expressing autonomy but not, excuse me, let me start over. What country's, what children's toy describes a government expressing autonomy but really controlled by others? Isaac?
Puppet.
Puppet. You're able to pay attention through me stumbling through that. I appreciate it. Southwest, literacy or literary terminology. William Dean Howells defined the aims of this literary style as nothing more and nothing less than the truthful treatment of material. What name do we give it? Grant?
Nonfiction.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this literary terminology question. William D. Howells defined the aims of this literary style as nothing more and nothing less than the truthful treatment of material. Tegan?
Realism.
It is realism. Raiders, you do get the next question. It is a sports history. What New York Yankee hit a home run in the first All-Star game? James?
Babe Ruth.
It is Babe Ruth. Very good. Timberwolves, U.S. government, specifically courts, is your category. How many citizens usually comprise the jury in a juvenile court? Tristan?
13.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this U.S. government courts question. How many citizens usually comprise the jury in a juvenile court? Josh?
9.
That is also incorrect. It's actually 0. It's only a judge on in a juvenile court. Raiders, you do get the next question. It is ancient history. What is the name of the sacred tree of Apollo, the leaves of which he wore for a crown? Alex?
Laurel.
Laurel is correct. Southwest, music terminology is your category. What standard musical term refers to the controlled undulation of pitch of a single note? Katie?
Vibrato.
Vibrato, very good. Shawnee Mission South, vocabulary, word origin. The name dirigible comes from the Latin meaning what? Sorry, time on that one. Timberwolves, chance to steal this word origin category. The name dirigible comes from the Latin meaning what? Grant?
To last.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. It's to direct, to direct. Southwest, you have a current events question. European scientists arrived in the West Bank to exhume and study the body of this deceased leader of the Palestine Liberation Organization who died under mysterious circumstances. Name that leader. Raiders, chance to steal this current events question. European scientists arrived in the West Bank to exhume and study the body of the deceased leader of the Palestine Liberation Organization. Tegan?
Yasser Arafat.
It is Yasser Arafat. Raiders, back to you with a general knowledge question. You can still get a transcontinental railway journey from the Atlantic to the Pacific for less than $10. You don't even have to travel as freight. What is the only Central American nation where you can ride in such a cheap and short ride? Josh?
Panama.
It is Panama. Southwest, science, biology is your category. Of the 5 stages of cell division, which one is considered to be the resting and growth stage? Tristan?
Prophase.
It is not prophase. Raiders, chance to steal this science biology question. Of the 5 stages of cell division, which one is considered to be the resting and growth stage? Tegan?
Anaphase.
It is not anaphase, it's interphase. Interphase. South, you do get the next question. It is theater. In the show Breakfast at Tiffany's, what was wider than a mile? Time on that. Okay, Southwest. Could you guys, did anybody, I don't think anybody tried to ring in. Okay. All right, okay. Southwest, now the question belongs to you for a chance to steal. All right, as the theater category. In Breakfast at Tiffany's, what was wider than a mile? Amanda.
Moon River.
Moon River is correct. Southwest, you do get the next question. It is Native American history. A variety of salmon is named for this Northwest Indian tribe, for whom it was the mainstay of their diet. Name it. Katie?
Chinook.
It is. Chinook. Raiders, science, medicine is your category. We'll go ahead and finish out the question since I read the category. What part of the eye is operated on during radial keratotomy? Tegan?
The cornea.
It is the cornea. And with that correct response, you have taken a little bit of a lead here with Shawnee Mission South 13 and Blue Valley Southwest 11. As we head into our halftime, we are going to go with a campus update from each school, where a student will give us the goings-ons of their high school campus. And first is Shawnee Mission South. Josh, what is happening with the Raiders?
Well, Thursday is our annual Head Start program where we invite kids from the inner city who are financially challenged and give them a better holiday season by playing like games with them and eating cookies and just having fun with them, basically. And then last week, our boys and girls basketball team started off with a win. Girls won by 10 over North, and the boys won by 39 over Pleasant Hill. And then our theater group, who put on Godspell this fall, actually was invited to the State Thespian Conference. I hope I got that right. Good. Okay, I did. And yeah, they'll be doing that, I don't know when, but soon.
Fantastic. All right. And from Blue Valley Southwest, Grant, you're giving us the update. What's happening with the Timberwolves?
Well, we have a few exciting things going on. This weekend, the team of Locke and Super qualified to CFL Nationals in debate. Our boys basketball team opened up with a win this season, which was pretty rare over the past seasons, so that's a good thing. And our theater department recently held auditions for the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and that should be happening soon. Amanda Miller has a pretty large part in it. I don't know any of the characters, so I would not. I'm not going to click it.
All right, fantastic. So I really enjoy how the high schools in this area are doing academically, athletically, and then also in the performing arts. It's very, very, it's quite a thing to hang our hat on in this area. As we head into the second round here on categories, we are going to start off with a look and listen question, which is worth 2 points. And the look and listen question will be shown on a monitor here to the contestants in the studio. And it is treated like a lightning round question in which a team may ring in as soon as they know the answer. If they do respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So both teams, here we go, hands on your buzzers. Who is the subject of this profile?
He began with an idea that most people thought wouldn't work, but he made it work. He called it a quadricycle. In April 1914.
James?
Ford.
That is correct, Henry Ford. As we head into the rest of our lightning round, a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team responds incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So here we go, both teams. World geography is the category. The 3 largest cities in Indonesia, including Surabaya and Bandung, are all on what island? Josh?
Java.
Java is correct. General knowledge for both teams. Harris tweed, a brand of wool cloth, is made in which outer group of Scottish islands? Alex?
Shetland.
I'm sorry, Shetland is incorrect. Southwest, chance to steal this general knowledge question. Harris tweed, a brand of wool cloth, is made, Grant?
Wales.
It is not Wales, it's the Hebrides. Hebrides. Vocabulary for both teams. The leasing of a property by a tenant to a third party is called what? Grant?
Rental.
I'm sorry, can I accept rental? Raiders, chance to steal this vocabulary question. The leasing of a property by a tenant to a third party is called what? Tegan?
Letting.
Sorry, cannot accept that either. We're looking for the operative prefix subletting or subleasing. Both teams, current events is the category. The annual UN Climate Conference, which will last 2 weeks, is being held in which country? Tristan?
Japan.
I'm sorry, Japan is incorrect. Raiders, chance to steal this current events category. The annual UN Climate Conference, which will last 2 weeks, is being held in which country? Tegan?
Switzerland.
It is not Switzerland. It is Qatar or Qatar. Literature for both teams. According to Homer's Odyssey, he built the palaces for the gods on Mount Olympus. Name him. Alex?
Daedalus.
It is not Daedalus. Timberwolves, chance to steal this literature question. According to Homer's Odyssey. Katie?
Is it Zeus?
It is not Zeus. It is Hephaestus. Hephaestus. History, explorers for both teams. Under what flag did Magellan's ship sail? Isaac?
Spain.
Spain is correct. Film is the next category. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. Harold Sakata won the silver medal as a weightlifter in the light heavyweight class in the 1948 Olympics. He resurfaced several years later as a strongman in the James Bond film Goldfinger. What character did he portray? Josh?
Never mind.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Timberwolves, chance to steal this film category. Harold Sakata won a silver medal as a weightlifter in the light heavyweight class at the 1948 Olympic Games. He resurfaced several years later as a strongman in the James Bond film Goldfinger. What character did he portray? Grant?
If I give you the man who throws the hat, will you take it?
It's a great description, but I cannot take that.
Okay.
His name is Odd Job. Odd Job. Great description. I knew exactly where you were going with that one. Music, composers for both teams. 4 of Bach's sons became distinguished composers in their own right. Give me the full name of any one of the 4. Grant?
Johann Christian Bach.
Exactly. Very good. The other ones were Carl Philipp, Johann Christoph, and Wilhelm Friedman were the other 3. World geography for both teams. Which country shares an island with Borneo and a peninsula with Thailand? Isaac.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. World history for both teams. For years, immigration to Australia was forced or had to be subsidized. But in 1851, something changed that. It was the discovery of what? Tristan?
Gold.
Gold is correct. U.S. government for both teams. What cabinet department contains the Bureau of Narcotics? James.
Food and Drug Administration.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Timberwolves. Chance to steal this U.S. government category. What cabinet department contains the Bureau of Narcotics? Tristan?
Homeland Security.
It is not Homeland Security. It's Department of the Treasury, believe it or not. Sports. Rodeo is the next category for both teams. In rodeo's calf roping event, at least how many legs must be tied together? Katie?
3.
3. Geography, famous structures. From 1889 until 1930, the Eiffel Tower was the tallest structure in the world. Which American structure held the record until 1889? Tristan?
Chrysler Building.
I'm sorry, Chrysler Building is incorrect. James?
Empire State.
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. Before the Eiffel Tower was the Washington Monument. Washington Monument was the record holder. Film is the next category. What was the central theme of The Birth of a Nation? Alex?
The Ku Klux Klan.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Southwest, chance to steal this film category. What was the central theme of The Birth of a Nation? Grant?
Nationalism.
Sorry, I cannot accept that either. We're looking for Civil War or specifically Reconstruction. Reconstruction. Science, atmosphere is the next category. The atmosphere contains about 1% of what element? Tristan?
Methane.
It is not methane. Raiders, chance to steal this science atmosphere question. The atmosphere contains about 1% of what element? Josh?
Helium?
It is not helium. It's argon. Argon. U.S. geography for both teams. What western state is the richest in fossils? Isaac?
New Mexico.
It is not New Mexico. Jordan?
Nevada.
It is not Nevada. It's Utah. Utah. Math is the next category for both teams. What is 25% of 3 hours and 20 minutes? Josh?
50 minutes.
50 minutes is correct. Shakespeare for both teams. In what Shakespearean play does Theseus appear to the Duke as the Duke of... Alex?
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
A Midsummer Night's Dream. Very good. U.S. government for both teams. Under the War Powers Act, in how many days after troops have been sent into imminent danger must they be removed if Congress does not approve the action? We're looking for how many days can they stay? Josh?
72.
It is not 72. Katie?
100.
It is not 100. It is 60. 60 days. European history. A daughter of the last Tsar of Russia is supposed to have escaped from the Russian Revolution. Katie?
Anastasia.
Anastasia is exactly who we were looking for. Science, chemistry for both teams. What are the 2 physical processes in which occur in distillation? Josh?
Evaporation and condensation.
Those are the 2. General knowledge for both teams. Of the following, who would most likely suffer decompression sickness? Chronic asthmatics, boxers, jet pilots. Josh?
Jet pilots.
Jet pilots. More than x-ray technicians or pregnant women. Those were the other two choices. Language, specifically German. What's the German word for song? James?
Musik.
I cannot accept that. Southwest, you have a chance to steal this German language category. What's the German word for song? It is Lied. Lied, L-I-E-D. Literature for both teams. Name any two of the three Tolstoy novels that have been made into operas. Katie?
War and Peace and Anna Karenina.
We'll take that. Very good. The other one was Resurrection. Both teams, we have another math question for you. What are the values of x if the absolute value of the quantity 2x plus 1 equals 5? Jordan.
2 and -2.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Raiders, chance to steal this math question. What are the values of x if the absolute value of the quantity of 2x plus 1 equals 5? Alex?
2 and -2.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. 2 is correct. The other one is -3. -3. General knowledge, specifically boats. How many masts does a sloop have? Josh?
3.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Grant?
2.
It is 1. It is 1. Science, planetary distance. Within 10,000 miles, what is the average distance between the center of the Earth and the center of the Moon? Is roughly 238,857 miles. When I say roughly, I gave you the exact answer. World geography for both teams. What are Jalisco, Sonora, Chiapas, and Campeche? James?
Deserts.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Timberwolves, chance to steal this world geography category. What are Jalisco, Sonora, Chiapas, and Campeche? Tristan?
Mountains.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that either. They're Mexican states. They're Mexican states. Military history for both teams. Fort Necessity National Battlefield in Pennsylvania is the site of the first battle in which war? Tristan?
French-Indian.
French and Indian War, very good. British government is the next category for both teams. What's another name for the Tory party of Britain? Tristan?
The Whig Party.
I cannot accept that. James?
Loyalist Party.
It's not the Loyalists, it's the Conservative. Conservative. Sports, specifically fitness, is the next category. We'll finish it out here. Pushing against a wall is an example of this kind of exercise in which the muscles tighten without movement. Name it. Grant?
Stationary.
Cannot accept stationary. Raiders, chance to steal the sports fitness category. Pushing against a wall is an example of this kind of exercise in which the muscles tighten without movement. Name it. Isaac.
Anaerobic.
It is not anaerobic, it's isometric. Isometric. That siren does denote the end of our game, however, with a score of Shawnee Mission South 22, Blue Valley Southwest 17. Please join us again here on Categories as we promise to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.